Hello, welcome back to Suzerain. Let's have a look. We have a couple of events we have to deal with. Actually, we only have one, I think, yeah. We have a couple of like info boxes here. Promising agricultural growth. I'm guessing this is information that I should be making decisions based on. Increasing unemployment in Mona. Let's go on with the... Actually, let's have a look at the news. Stolen today. President Anton Rain. The new president has been sworn into office. Yup. Which one is the... Is the bottom or the top the newest news? Surely the top should be the newest, right? Main slogans, waving flags, yep. A lack of times. This is giving me, like, the world building and the, like, area of the world is giving me sort of, Disco Elysium vibes. Let's see. Yep. I think I've seen that. The record low temperature of 29 in the city of Suzerain. That's a... Wait, warning for frostbite. Wait, is this Fahrenheit? Okay. USB hijacks elections. Oh my god. Unfairness of election... Expands the unfairness of our election system has been approved by the Grand National Assembly and was signed. Yep. The law changes the rules of eligibility of public funds that are received. Yeah, so that the... Yep. The nationalist violence -20s has been beaten with baseball bats in a paramilitary style attack in Arbery. The man claims to have been attacked because of his ethnic background as an Agno-Swordish citizen. Suspected of being regulars at the National Front Party office. Oh no. Okay, let's respond. Attend the infrastructure meeting, yes. We gathered the economic team here to discuss the new infrastructure investment project. Half an hour had already passed since the start of the meeting. Unfortunately, I did not even have the chance to have my usual afternoon coffee. Looking at the view from the windows, I spaced out for a couple of seconds. Simon's voice brought me back into the ongoing discussion. This was the Nixon-sounding guy, right? No, this is my friend, right? Mr. President, we need to focus on boosting the economy as quickly as possible. One of the fastest ways to achieve this is through infrastructure projects, yes. What can we focus on? On one hand, businessmen are complaining about the slow logistical rail network between Holsort and Lachaven. On the other hand, citizens are criticizing the lack of proper highway connection between Lachaven and Arbery. The narrow roads by the seaside are not only dangerous, but also difficult to traverse. We don't need to necessarily heed the call of the businesses, but we need economic growth. But if we're populistic, we get votes. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, wait, Minister of Economy, sorry, Gus Manger. I don't remember which one was Nixon. Maybe this guy was Nixon. Anyways, this is hard. So we need to heed the calls of businesses in these days of recession. Agreed, and improving the rail connection from Holsted to Lachaven would be much more beneficial to our economy. It is not the business people that suffer, but the ordinary folk. That is true. We must improve the economy of the nation and bring it out of recession. Therefore, I define two important projects for attention, the H3 Highway project and the L1 High-Speed Railway project. We can only support one project at a time. Let's talk about the highway first. Abysmal state of the road network in Agneland region bordering Agnolia. The area is home to several million Agno-Swordish and Swordish who feel neglected. No proper highway connections to and from Agneland. The mayor of Arbery, Eric Niel, has been asking for a bigger budget to develop the regional infrastructure. He told us that even trucks are having a hard time traveling through the main roads. Oh god, I'm feeling like I have to. Yeah, that'll hurt the local businesses. It must be cumbersome for the citizens. H3 highway route starts here and leads to Lenkerg. So that's this one, I'm guessing. There goes all the way to Arbury. Yep. It's that highway. As a result, the road network towards the Agnolian capital Stalport will improve substantially. To make Agnoswordish citizens respected as swords, like all of us. Yeah, that's true. However, it would be less beneficial in the near term. Disagree. It will increase the speed of transportation throughout the region. I have settled on a decision. That's the highway project. I knew that you would see reason. The negotiations will begin in the middle of this year. You will be able to award the contract to a corporation of your choice. The ministry estimates that the entire construction will finish in 2 years if if every step going forward is executed successfully. Thank you all for your contributions and thoughts. Alright. New scene in Holsod available. So that's our project there, the highway project. That's kind of cool. What's going on? We've got... status oppressive. Oh no. Economy. H3 highway, there we go. Got a lot of problems we need to sort out. Attend the inaugural ball. Night commemorated the beginning of a new term under the Reign administration. The 3-decade-long tradition of holding a ball was something that drew a lot of attention. We about to finish our preparations at home before we departed at the party, but I put on my suit, fixed my collar, and looked in the mirror. I was the 4th president of Swordsland. Suddenly, Diana hugged me from behind, startling me a little. Dad, Mother told me it's time to go. Where's your brother? I think Frank is still upstairs. Darling Frank, it's time. The years have been kind to Monica. She looked more beautiful than ever in her neatly pinned chignon. I don't know what that is. Sheath dress in beige and short heels. I guess that's what it is. She's also wearing matching pearl earrings that I have given her for our anniversary. Anton, I am ready. Where's Frank? We should be heading downstairs by now. That's Frank, my son, studying at Holsod Markian High School. Monica, you look absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm ready, says Frank. He didn't seem very enthusiastic. Good to have you join us for this big night. I don't know if that's sarcastic. You don't know that I don't like these public events much. I mean, I get that. Let's see. They are not anybody. They are the presidential guard, Diana. They protect us. What's going to happen at the ball? Maybe I could have stayed. Could have stayed, but I need you now more than ever. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's go. The presidential guard showed us the way as red and blue lights were flashing around us. We entered the car as my driver, Serge, opened the doors for us. The motorcade started moving towards the palace. I watched outside the window as I lost myself in thoughts. Anton, what are you thinking about? Just thinking that we've come a long way together, didn't we? Yes, we did, and we all did a lot more. And we will do a lot more together, darling. You do know that everyone around you is looking up to you. Don't let it stress you out. You are capable. Papa will fix everything. Frank rolled his eyes. Let's just enjoy the night. We're here, sir. Hope you enjoyed the drive. Much appreciated. How are you today? Just as good as I can be, but today is your day, sir. I'm glad you are in charge now. You know, my entire family voted for you. Thank you and your family. I am here with all of your support. Or no, I won't let your family down. I briefly looked outside. Shiny luxury sedans were lined up around the palace. Many politicians and bureaucrats were making their way inside the building. Colorful decorations nearly made the daunting palace look innocent. I see you on the way back. Oh no. That seems like a death flag. I stepped out to loud voices and camera flashes, only to find myself swarmed by journalists with portable microphones and thrusting my way. One of the journalists, nearly poking a microphone in my face, managed to corner me with a question. Mr. President, do you plan on working together with the opposition parties on the expected reforms? Allow me to open my book in front of you and have a look. Not cabinet. I could probably... Wait, organizations, right? Government. So... We're already working with the Freedom and Justice Party, right? So yes, they are in opposition. Oh, why can't I go back? Oh, there we go. It's just like slow a little bit, I guess. We won't work with the National Front, I don't think. So yeah. Let's see. I don't wanna like say I'm not gonna talk politics, because like that is my job and I'm here as an official. This isn't a private affair. But I'm not gonna say if the opposition is willing to support us, because that seems a little bit like I'm making demands of them before I'm willing to meet them halfway. We will bring real change sounds also... we are going to work with everybody. It's also not true. How about I say we are here for some... no, I don't want a question. We will bring real change, I guess, works. Does that mean that you don't plan on working together? Do you think you share no grounds with the other parties? We will do our job no matter what. What is your relationship? Oh, okay, that's enough, said the god while nudging her and the others away from me. A path between the crowd was now open, and we quickly made our way to the entrance of the palace. At the same time, a dozen fireworks went off. The entrance was decorated with beautiful ribbons of Sworland's colors of white, yellow, and maroon. There was a huge carpet rolling down the stairs. Then, when we entered the lobby, hundreds of people were making their way towards the ballroom. It was very busy and very crowded. I heard a familiar voice. Peter Vectorn. There is the most beautiful family of Sworland. Uncle Peter. This is my friend. Yeah. You two are growing faster than I am getting wiser. You even getting wiser, Peter. Not if I keep sticking with you. Peter's wife Evelyn approached us from behind. She was a beautiful woman with a strong presence. Congratulations, Anton. I have to say, the results were clear to me from the beginning. There's a woman behind every successful man. Monica, how are you holding up? I'm as happy as I can be since this roller coaster ride is over. The woman behind every successful man is a little bit like, you know, very traditional gender roles and all that. But I mean, it's the 1950s. A more apt way of describing it is that there are many people behind every successful person, because nobody gets to where they get to without other people. Nobody gets anywhere on their own, is what I mean to say. I am as happy as I can be since the rollercoaster ride is over, but it will surely get more stressful with time again. It will, but never mind that now, First Lady, huh? Aren't you glad Peter introduced you to Anton back in the day? I'm the greatest Cupid Sworland has ever seen. Also, it rhymes with stupid, doesn't it? Can we go? I want to see the ballroom with ballroom and my friend. Of course, darling. Inside, we were yet again surrounded by a different crowd, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority in Sworland. I spent the next few hours with handshakes, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. Finally settled down at our dinner table with the Vectorns as the band started playing some slow jazz tunes. We have to get used to it. Suddenly a loud bang noise echoed from the outside, then another one, and another one. The musicians stopped while trying to make out what kind of sound it was. Everyone in the room was looking at each other in confusion. I turned to Peter, and he turned to me at the same time with a worried face. Fireworks? No, gunshots. As soon as Monica heard what Peter said, she got up from her chair. Shield Monica and kids. I threw myself on Monica, Diana, and Frank to shield them. It was total chaos. Diana started crying loudly, and Frank was holding onto my jacket for his dear life. Everyone in the ballroom were frantically running around and screaming. 3 more gunshots ringed loudly. Mr. President, are you all right? Head of Swedish police forces. Was running towards us with 3 more police officers with decorated uniforms. They all had their guns drawn. As soon as we made it to where we were where we were, he checked us for any potential wounds and let out a big sigh of relief. Thank God. Check the perimeter. Paul, Jansen, follow my lead. We'll bring them to the safe room. Do not worry, the situation is now under control. Please follow me to the safe room. We promptly followed Carl through the large halls and corridors of the palace. They still had their guns drawn, which did not help ease tension. On the way, Peter made an attempt to break the silence. What a fucking night. It's not over yet. Quiet, please. We were led downstairs to a huge reinforced door. Inside, found a very spacious and comfortable space. It was clear that this place was meant to be used for potentially dangerous situations. There were many screens connected to cameras all around the palace. Phones, couches, provisions enough for months, even a boardroom. Monica and Evelyn took the kids to a couch and started wiping their tears. Carl stepped away from us and started using his radio to get status updates. When he was done, he returned to me and Peter. Do we have clowns for security force? No. So what's the status? Suddenly his radio received a transmission. Carl immediately picked up and listened. Every second felt like an eternity. He turned to us after the radio fell silent. Good news, we are not in any danger at the moment. The situation is under control and the perimeter is secured by the guard and the police. If I may, sir, he gestured towards a more private corner of the room and started speaking more quietly. This is what we know so far. We have confirmed that 2 people gunned down... 2 people were gunned down in front of the palace. The gunman is one of them, and we are sure that he was working alone. The attacker fired 3 shots at an MP, 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing them, so it's an assassination. The presidential guards of the palace immediately acted and killed the attacker. The attacker has not been identified yet and will require an investigation. The MP that was killed was identified as Bernard Circus. A lot of issues. Wait, who is Bernard Circus? Oh, he's not showing up. I mean, I'm sure we'll be told soon. I couldn't click on it, so... Peter pulled out 2 cigarettes, gave me one and lit it. He then turned around to stand next to Evelyn, clear his voice, trying to reassure her that everything was going to be alright. Monica was still trying to tend to Diana, while Frank was complaining that he should never have come to the party. She got up, came next to me and squeezed my shoulder. I could feel her support. What kind of future was lying ahead of me? I took drag after drag from the cigarette, with each one amplifying my anxiety. However, when I finally finished it, for some reason I was no longer feeling anxious. No, the emotion I was feeling was no longer anxiety. It was determination. I crushed this cigarette on the ashtray. And saving game. New domestic report. Oh boy. MP shot, nation in shock. Scotland has been shocked by grave news today as an elected member of parliament has been shot dead in a suspected political assassination. Well, it's pretty obvious. The fact that such a violent act happened at the heart of the capital during the new president's inauguration celebrations has worried many citizens. The Red Youth has reported to have promised revenge. Seems like it has a potential to be a spark that would swirl Scotland into political violence of the 1920s. Alleged connection to a number of insurgent attacks against the Swedish government. It was founded in 1923 by a group of revolutionaries. It's by the Communist Revolution in United Contana and came together to promote millennialist ideas during the early days of the Republic. Millennialism is the communist theory advocated by Leon Maleyev, so that's Leninism. Continued for some time as an underground organization, their members participated in the Swedish Civil War and continued their protests after the war. Yeah, that's not great. So it sounds like... Wait, so who was the... I want to know who the actual MP was. What party they were in. Security has been increased. Okay. Emergency meeting. Bernard Circus was shot dead at 9:03 p.m. in front of the palace gates. He was an elected independent member of assembly and, as you know, a famous communist. Oh, shit. Yeah, I thought those... Oh, there's Human Thumb. I thought those guys were communists, the guys who shot him, but it turns out the communist was shot, and... Oh no, it's the Young Turks. The guards at the scene were 50 meters away and immediately took action by responding and killing the assailant, who was identified as a member of the nationalist organization Young Swords. right-wing nationalist political organization with alleges connections to a number of armed attacks against the Swedish government. So you got the right wing, you got the left wing. All right. Close ties to the National Front Party. Yeah, we need to not work with the National Front. But why Bernard Circus? Who's always been an infamous figure. His poems had a large impact in the spread of communist ideas in Switzerland. Many considered him a threat. Investigators are suspecting a political assassination since the young swords have been threatening the communists for some time. Sets a dangerous atmosphere where the left versus right political violence of the 1920s could spark once again. A return to those days would be devastating. The coups are a reason why our country stagnated for a decade. The Red Youth has just condemned the killing, but didn't stop there. They promised revenge. This will in turn spark further aggression from the young swords. The whole cycle started because Bernard Circus expressed his views. We can't simply look away. Freedom of expression is part of our constitution. Yep, we can't have anyone, let alone an MP, shot for voicing different opinions. Fully agree, we should protect freedom of speech. Our laws do, and for good reason. Silencing voices only results in fear and stagnation inside society. We had that before, and we very well know how it was. I hear your concerns. Our police do their best to uphold the rights of our citizens. We will prevent such an act from happening again by making sure our security measures are re-evaluated. Minister of Defense, oh no. Agreed, Lilias. Our gendarmerie will also help boost security in the rural areas where possible. There might be more to come. I'm getting some bad vibes from this guy. I don't know if it's just because he's bald. If I'm like... if I'm profiling right now. We should refrain from making the issue a political one from the start. It will only add fuel to the fire. It's early, but will we attend the funeral? In my opinion, we should. The nuance here is to detach the person from the violent act. How can that be achieved when it is Bernard Circus we're talking about? He's the communist of Switzerland. It is difficult, but an elected official has been shot. This is unacceptable for our new administration. We need to make sure it doesn't happen again by condemning it at the funeral. Regardless of full investigation on all involved parties is underway, we will find the subversives and punish them soon enough, President. I will do my best to help coordinate the administrative tasks. Justice will be served and the rule of law will return to this country stronger than ever. These worrying developments show that we must stay vigilant as a country. We must think about the upcoming budget. It is too soon to jump to conclusions. Reckless acts will have dire consequences. Or we should not lose sight of our real political goals, like the constitutional reforms actually. Should not distract us from what the people want us to do. It seems that the tensions between the communists and nationals will escalate further. It will be very difficult to pass any meaningful change if there is chaos in the country. Can't pass any constitutional reform in such an atmosphere. Yeah, we need to see what the fallout is first. The meeting was concluded and the ministers left the room with concerned looks. It was hard to anticipate what would happen next. Okay, and that is the week, I guess? Murder at the palace, yeah. Bernard Circus. Join the Red Youth. Survive the Purge. Alright, well, continue. A few days later. Don't like the intensity of that music. Maybe it's fine. Oh, we got stuff going up in Valen, or going on in Valen. Patrick and Mountains of Bergedal allowed traitors of the state escaping to Swordland. Oh no. We don't want foreign insurgents in our country right now. Agnolia, what are you saying? Critiques trade. Okay, relations good though. Wait, if I... Oh, you should get like music for that. That's kind of cool. What do you... Oh, I don't like that music. Sound like some Command & Conquer stuff. Something young swords, oh no. dead after... Young Sword's youth wing leader dead after terror attack. A terror attack at Bluish Market. Oh my god. 7. 2 bullet wounds in the back of his head. Scene was organized to make it look like a suicide. Oh. The illegal KA-74s seized. With Rumberg made 46 KA-74s, 12 handguns, 27 grenades, and bomb-making equipment. Oh my god. We are kind of like, the police understand, we're kind of like spiraling out of control here, I feel like. Let's hop into this and see what happens. Let's see. BFF, Bluish Freedom Front. Before the... Oh my god, so we caught Bluish Freedom Front, military and political organization based on Bluish regions of Sordland and Valen, since the Izam incident. They are, what's their ideological, achieving independent Bluish state? Nationalism. So they are a nationalist group. Colors make me think communist, but they are a nationalist group, though those don't necessarily have to be mutually exclusive. Police reports that the situation is under control and further investigation is underway. Alright. Attend the two-part security briefing. Have dinner with a family. I think this one is more important, but I think we're going to do that next episode. So I'm going to see you guys in the next one. And once again, thank you so much for watching. And see you then. Goodbye.